And I ain't into like two rappers beefing. Like, don't mix me with it.
Why?
If somebody died, I'm gonna pick a side. For real. If somebody died, I'm gonna pick a side. Other than that, don't mix me with that. I seen the outcomes of that. Like, I ain't with that. Hell.
Lil Baby's name is getting dragged right now, and for good reason. He is being called out for turning his back on Lil Durk and now trying to crawl back into NBA YoungBoy's circle. This isn't just regular rap drama. This is about fake loyalty, industry politics, and how quick these rappers switch sides when the heat turns up. By the end of this story, you'll see exactly why the streets are calling these industry relationships fake and why Lil Baby's move has fans heated right now. When Lil Baby and YoungBoy were actually cool. Let's rewind for a second. There was a time when Lil Baby and NBA YoungBoy were tight, no fake vibes, no drama, just two young artists respecting each other's hustle. Between 2018 and 2020, they dropped hits like One Shot and Cross Me, showing chemistry that fans could feel. They both came from the struggle, both had that raw street energy, and both were hungry to make it out of the trenches through rap. Their friendship wasn't built on fame, it was built on mutual respect, on understanding the grind, the pain, and the journey. But that all changed the moment industry politics came into play. The shift when the industry got involved. Once tension started rising between YoungBoy's camp and OTF, Baby found himself in a tough spot. He could stayed neutral, or he could stood by YoungBoy. But instead he chose to side with Lil Durk. Now here's where the psychology comes in, the line between real loyalty and industry loyalty. When artists are coming up, they form bonds out of survival and mutual struggle. But once fame, money, and power enter the picture, loyalty often turns into strategy. Lil Baby might be convinced himself he was making a smart move, sticking with the stronger camp. Maybe he thought Durk was more influential. Maybe he believed YoungBoy's beef was a lost cause. But whatever the reason, he turned his back on someone who once called him a brother. The King Von tragedy, when lines were drawn. Then came the moment that changed everything. November 6, 2020, King Von was shot and killed outside a hookah lounge in Atlanta after a fight with Quando Rondo. Quando's man, Lil Tim, pulled the trigger. Von didn't make it. This wasn't just another rap incident, this was personal. Von was family to Lil Durk. His death shook the industry and forced everyone to pick a side. Because once blood is spilled, neutrality dies. You can't play both sides when one of your homies just lost his life. The streets demand loyalty, and that's where everyone's true colors come out. Lil Baby's decision choosing Durk over YoungBoy. When the smoke settled, Lil Baby made his position clear. He didn't stand by YoungBoy, he stood with Durk and OTF. He even said it himself in an interview, "I don't care about rapper beef, but if somebody dies, I'm gonna pick a side." And that's exactly what he did. But to the fans and to the streets, that choice looked like betrayal. Because when your homie's down and you walk away, that's not loyalty. That's business. Now that Lil Durk's locked up and things aren't looking good, Lil Baby's suddenly trying to circle back, showing love to YoungBoy again. But the streets never forget who switched sides when things got tough. Because in this game loyalty ain't about who's winning. It's about who's still standing with you when everything falls apart.
You get like, and I ain't into like two rappers beefing. Like, I ain't into that. Like, I ain't, like, don't mix me with it.
Like, why?
If somebody died, I'm gonna pick a side. For real. If somebody died, I'm gonna pick a side. Other than that, don't mix me with that shit.
That makes sense.
For real.
I get it.
And somebody did die, King Von. That's exactly who Lil Baby was referring to when he said that Von's death forced him to choose sides. Baby basically admitted that losing Von pushed him to stand with Durk instead of YoungBoy. But here's what's crazy about that statement. Lil Baby was admitting that he turned his back on a friend for something that YoungBoy didn't even do. YoungBoy wasn't at the scene. he didn't pull the trigger. He wasn't involved directly. Yet, Baby still decided to abandon him. That choice revealed a lot about his character. Instead of being loyal to the person who helped him early in his career, he chose to be loyal to whoever held more power in the industry. That's not real loyalty, that's opportunism disguised as friendship. YoungBoy's realization: the industry turns its back. After King Von's death, YoungBoy started to notice something dark. The entire industry was beginning to turn against him. Artists who once praised him started keeping their distance. People who used to collaborate suddenly stopped answering his calls. Even close friends like Lil Baby began to publicly pick sides. The realization hit YoungBoy like a brick wall. You could hear it in his voice and in his music: the pain of isolation, the paranoia, the frustration of fighting the world alone. When you're already dealing with street politics and legal battles, that kind of abandonment can break your spirit. It's enough to make anyone paranoid, depressed, and defensive. But instead of letting it destroy him, YoungBoy turned that pain into power. He poured every ounce of betrayal and heartbreak into his music, calling out fake loyalty, industry politics, and the way people switched up when he needed them most. That honesty, that realness, is exactly what made his fans stay loyal even when the entire industry turned its back on him. The I Hate YoungBoy diss: the explosion. When YoungBoy realized just how deep the blackballing went, he decided to go to war lyrically. His track I Hate YoungBoy wasn't just a diss to Lil Durk. It was an open fire aimed at the entire industry, including former allies like Lil Baby. In that song, YoungBoy unleashed all his anger. He called out fake loyalty, exposed those who switched sides when it became convenient, and confronted every person who abandoned him when he needed support the most. You could hear the pain in his voice, the anger of being blamed for something he didn't do, the frustration of being betrayed by supposed friends. It was raw, it was fearless, and it was brutally honest. That song wasn't just music, it was a declaration of war against hypocrisy, revenge and retaliation. The Durk downfall. Fast forward to August 2022, the streets started buzzing with talk of revenge. Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Baby, was shot and killed in Los Angeles. Instantly, fingers started pointing toward Durk and OTF. According to federal investigators, Durk allegedly orchestrated a revenge plot, a murder for hire scheme meant to retaliate for King Von's death. The plan was to target Quando Rondo, but Lil Baby was the one who ended up dead. If these allegations are true, this wasn't just street justice, it was an organized, cross-state operation. Durk's desire for revenge may have been what destroyed his freedom. If he had stayed focused on music, he might still be free. But that alleged obsession with vengeance led straight to federal conspiracy charges, the kind that could end a man's life outside prison walls. The federal case: why Durk looks finished. The evidence against Durk looks brutal. We're talking about wiretaps, financial records, travel logs, and testimony from insiders. This isn't a small street case, it's a federal case. And when the feds come for you, they come prepared. They claim Durk used his OTF label as a front, paying for hits, coordinating movements, and funding revenge missions. Federal prosecutors don't play. They have a 90% conviction rate, and they don't file charges unless they know they can win. That's why this case has the industry terrified. Durk went from global fame to potentially spending the rest of his life behind bars. That kind of downfall breaks even the strongest minds. The switch-up rappers abandon Durk. And here's where things turn even uglier. Now that Durk's situation looks bad, the same rappers who once screamed OTF for life are slowly backing away. The same artists who dissed YoungBoy and rode with Durk are now liking YoungBoy's Instagram posts, trying to make peace like nothing ever happened. Lil Baby, once Durk's loudest supporter, is the clearest example of fake loyalty. When Durk was free and powerful, Baby stood beside him proudly. But now that Durk faces life in prison, Baby's online showing love to YoungBoy again. That's not loyalty. That's survival. These rappers aren't loyal to people, they're loyal to their careers. Industry loyalty a business transaction. In today's rap game, loyalty is a transaction. Friendships are business relationships, and principles get tossed aside the moment they become inconvenient. When artists are coming up, it's you help me, I help you. But once they reach success, it becomes about power, about staying relevant, staying connected, and staying on the winning side. That's why loyalty in hip-hop feels fake. It's not about love, it's about leverage. And that's exactly what we're seeing with Lil Baby's behavior, a man choosing politics over principles. YoungBoy's vindication, the outsider who stayed real. From YoungBoy's perspective, everything happening now must feel like justice. He warned everyone about fake loyalty, and now it's all playing out exactly as he said. He never begged for peace. He never compromised his values. He stayed true to himself, even when it cost him industry support. Now, with Durk facing federal time and others scrambling to save face, YoungBoy stands tall, proven right, more respected than ever. He's no longer the villain, he's the truth teller in a fake industry. Street code versus industry politics. What this entire saga shows is the clash between street code and industry politics. In the streets, loyalty is everything. You ride for your people through good and bad, win or lose. But in the industry, loyalty depends on convenience. When it's profitable to support you, they'll ride with you. When it's risky, they'll disappear. Lil Baby's behavior is a perfect symbol of how far the culture has drifted. Hip-hop was born on loyalty and realness, but the business turned it into calculated betrayal. The cost of fake loyalty: trust destroyed. Once someone shows you that their loyalty is conditional, you can never trust them again. Even if Baby and YoungBoy make peace, that trust will never return. And that's what's killing the soul of hip-hop, not the beefs, not the violence, but the fake loyalty and opportunism that replaced realness. Fans can feel it. Artists can feel it. And the culture is suffering because of it. Final breakdown: the death of loyalty. This whole situation isn't just about Lil Baby or YoungBoy, it's about the death of loyalty in modern hip-hop. It's about how success, politics, and fear turned genuine friendship into business strategy. Baby once had a real bond with YoungBoy. But when power shifted, he chose politics over brotherhood. Now that the tables have turned again, he's trying to come back like nothing happened. But that's not how loyalty works. Once you betray it, it's gone forever. YoungBoy is taking notes. The streets are watching. And the entire culture is learning what happens when you choose clout over code, politics over principles, and fake love over real respect. Because in the end, real recognizes real and fake always gets exposed.